So the four phases of impact is what we're going to be talking about in today's NTI lesson. Now, regardless of the surface, in terms of the angle that this particular blood droplet hits, it's always going to go through the same four phases of impact. So we're going to discuss what each one of those four phases are. Now, the first phase is contact and collapse. So essentially what this is saying is that if you have a passive drop, so something that comes off of a murder weapon or even the victim themselves, what happens in terms of that blood and what is the journey that that particular blood takes? So if it's falling, then it's pretty logical to assume that the bottom of that blood is going to hit the ground first or that surface first. And so this is what this particular phase one is talking about in terms of the different forces that are exerted on that blood droplet as it hits that surface. Now, once it hits that surface, what happens to the blood in terms of the force exerted at that particular point? So you can see that there is a shape that forms on that top view, but also notice on the side view where we have a little bit of this irregular pattern that forms because of the momentum that is being exerted on that blood droplet. So I'll go ahead and let you read that. The third phase is dispersion. So now that we have the blood that's hit that ground, that now the momentum is beginning to be exerted outwards, we see that all these different types of structures are beginning to form. And depending on the angle, it will determine what these different irregular patterns are going to form. And so we're going to see that on the next angle of impact, or the next tab up here, which is going to be for tomorrow. And then the last phase is retraction. So notice that now the side view is completely different. So instead of having that vertical view of it, now it's completely horizontal, it's completely settled. And so what is happening in terms of the different forces that are being exerted on a retraction, I'm going to let you go ahead and read that so that if you put it all together, this is what it looks like. And again, it does not matter whether or not you're talking about 90 degrees or whether you're talking about 15 degrees. All of these phases of impact will happen. It's just the different types of shapes that are going to form are going to be completely different. Not only that, but also the force as well. So the force of impact makes a big difference in terms of these structures. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.